music down so it's not so toxic. Get the stream bussing, bust it down for a reel. You know what I'm saying?
Bust it down for a real one, crazy style.
Yeah, do tricks on it. All right, get the app pulled up so I can keep an eye on the chat. Go.
I love all these little cosmetics, dude. It's kind of funny.
All right, so what do you do? Custom evidences? Is that what you guys went to? Oh no, you went to this. That makes sense. Oh, he's literally
The dirty sock is nasty.
So we're playing this new game, Guilty as a Sock. Give us about 2 eyes.
You ready for this?
Yeah, just let me know when you need the game code.
Joining.
Cigarette's funny.
Oh, never mind. You can just join. It's weird. It doesn't let me invite you, but you can just join. All right, I'm the judge, Jay. You can either choose to be the prosecutor or the thief. Oh, he's gonna be the prosecutor.
Hey. Jake wants to prosecute. You're good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
You're
I don't know about that.
cooked.
Oh, he switched to defense. Oh, now he's back to prosecutor.
All right.
Oh, he doesn't know.
Did you send an invite, or did you just join?
Jake just joined. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Steam got it. Let's do it.
I can hear all you guys.
Oh, there's
Nice.
a voice chat.
Yeah.
Do we turn?
I guess I was just gonna mute myself in Discord.
All right, let's do that.
Just easier that way. I don't even know where the mute button is in this game.
Mute. All right, there we go. You guys can still hear me?
Yes, sir. I have to get Dakota on this.
We need friends.
Dakota can be the bailiff.
Don't say it like that. You want me to be defense?
Am I
dude?
wrong?
Oh, you're cooked if he's on defense,
All right,
dude.
hold on. Give me a sec. Let me send this text.
Oh God, the rules are a link. Nah, man, I'm not even gonna look. At this.
All right. I'm the judge here in this court of law. My opinion will be fair and valid. I
Your
will
Honor,
not
the
take
defense is
sides.
not ready to proceed. I move to have a hold of hearing until the defense has properly collected its evidence.
Ruling upheld.
Oh. I didn't think I get this far.
Yeah, I don't
All
know.
right.
I didn't expecting to.
Plead innocence
Everything's
by building
quiet.
your case with evidence
Yeah,
cards.
turn you guys up.
there's jurors, journalists, witnesses. You can do 9 people. Holy shit.
Everything's quiet. What the fuck?
All right. Your Honor, the defense is ready to proceed.
As is
All
the
right.
The
offense.
offense.
The offense.
The
Yeah, that's right.
offense is crazy.
Please click your ready buttons when we are ready to proceed with this court hearing.
Oh.
All right.
How could
Everyone,
the
court
defense
is now in session.
Okay.
Oh.
Here's my guy. All right. Prosecutor, hey, you're gonna be all right, dude. You didn't do it. I know you didn't do it. You're gonna be fine.
In SOC we trust. All right, prosecutor, please present your case. Diddling
The
a lady
defendant is known
sock.
as Beetlejuice and is accused of diddling lady sock.
Oh my
I'll
god.
have you know
Oh my-
this man is completely
He
innocent.
didn't do that. He didn't. Yeah, he is innocent. He just said he's innocent, Your Honor.
Oh wait,
Move to
hold
have-
on, I
move
forgot
to-
what
move
side
to
I was
have-
on.
Move to have all charges
Oh my-
dismissed. Your Honor, I move to have all charges dismissed.
You
Wait.
just
You're the
Your Honor,
defense.
I
Oh, yeah,
move to
that's
have
right.
all charges dismissed.
Yeah, Jake, you're the prosecutor. You're supposed
forgot.
To argue his
What do I
case,
do with
not call him
this?
innocent.
I don't know how to do this.
There's we need evidence, apparently. Witness is sad clown, and we have an amateur detective. All I have you. Oh, click your evidence.
Please present your.
Okay.
Please present your information.
Okay.
Oh, you use cards.
Yeah.
For
How do I
evidence.
pick these? Right.
Someone's not done. Someone's not done with their turn over there. Your Honor, I believe it's still the prosecution's turn.
How do I pick these?
Your Honor, move to have the charges dismissed on my client.
I would like to have the evidence presented here.
Is that
case.
your job? Are you supposed to move us along or something? Because I can't do anything.
Maybe we should have read the rules.
That probably would have been a good idea. Because I see my evidence cards, but I can't select any of them.
This motherfucker over there looking at this book. He pulled that book out. Hey, buddy. You're going to be all right. Okay?
All right. What is the evidence you have on Beetlejuice here?
Dude,
why is he being accused of doing
You see,
old lady stuff?
I have a one-way subway ticket to Mrs. Sock's house.
Okay.
That's right. Directly to the home.
Directly to the home.
That's right.
Defense, what do you have to say?
Do we know what we're doing?
No.
We need to find out
Mr. Beetlejuice here.
We need to find out how to
I will also
progress the game.
display the medical file for Mrs.
You're
Sock.
not doing anything.
Oh, please
Spoiler
present that
alert.
evidence.
It's not good.
You're...
Order in the court! Order in the court!
That's right.
Let him proceed.
How do I do this? Seriously.
It's not my turn. It's your turn still.
Yeah, I can't do anything. There's nothing to do.
This guy is the worst prosecutor in the history of. He said my client is innocent of all charges.
Hold on.
He doesn't know how to present a case. He's not. He doesn't know what he's doing. Your Honor, this is bullshit.
How a trial works. Okay. Prosecutor silently writes the accused's name in fake crime. They can't talk during the phase but can hear everything. Once the charge is made, evidence is randomly generated for both sides. Oh, the judge uses the gavel to pick who presents, so that's my fault.
Yeah, I thought so.
The judge can also call the witness to the stand. Mute players submit the final verdict. Scroll the mouse wheel to change.
Is he throwing shit? What's going on?
Right.
Oh, sad clown. Are you throwing shit?
No,
hey.
Absolutely not.
Order in the court. No throwing. No throwing.
Ow, my. Jesus.
Your Honor, can I present a case anytime today?
Yeah, can we do something?
I'm reading the rules. Hold on here.
Oh, I hate him. I hate the judge.
This is boring. He's throwing papers at me.
I know that man's guilty. Look at his face.
Allow a lawyer to present evidence. All right, there you go.
All right.
All right, prosecutor.
As I said before, I have this subway ticket.
A one-way trip to nowhere.
That's right. Close.
I mean, that's just
to
a random
Dameron Valley in the town of Lady Sock's home.
Okay.
And then I also have this medical file, which clearly has Mr. Sock's or whatever Beetlejuice's DNA in it. So, and then let's see here. What else do I got here? And he happened to possess this inherited ring from Mrs. Sock's home.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's right.
All right, we will. This is very good evidence. Thank you. Defense, please present your evidence.
Your Honor, the prosecution has tried to lay out a story here of my client supposedly being guilty of diddling Lady Sock.
Yes, it appears that
as he has been identified in court
your
documents.
client bought a subway
Your Honor,
ticket
this
to
isn't
Lady
a two-way
Sock's
conversation.
house.
Your Honor, this isn't a two-way conversation. I'm trying to build my case here.
I apologize. Please go ahead.
Objection. Contempt in court.
Upruled. Defense, please continue.
Upruled. So, Your Honor, the prosecution has stated that they have in evidence a subway ticket. However, I'd like to present to the court that my client does have his own car, though it was in the shop where he was servicing it on the night of the supposed crime.
That doesn't mean anything. That just means he didn't take a car.
He was there getting his vehicle serviced over that
He took
night.
the subway.
In fact, Your Honor...
Could it be that his car was not in working order, so he therefore took a subway?
Well, Your Honor, again, as it's a two-way conversation, there was...
I'm just trying to put the pieces together. Don't backtalk me.
I'd like to submit evidence the business card. These business cards, as you will find through the court proceedings, were from the mechanic shop where my client had his vehicle serviced. And in fact, these business cards do state the date and time on them. They're digital.
It says
digital.
Nothing in reality. It says.
So wait, this is a digitally
direct you
printed...
to your own evidence to read them.
It says it all.
Please let me speak.
It's a business card.
So this is a digitally presented business card that is printed out at the exact time and moment that it is needed.
Yes, some would call this a receipt, Your Honor.
This is not a receipt, though. It is a business card.
Thank you, Your Honor. Look at these people in the crowd. I didn't even notice them.
There's people? Oh, there's people.
I am objectifying the business card as not concrete evidence.
How do I fucking read houses? What am I supposed to fucking do here?
You're supposed to defend using your evidence.
Yeah, right now, Beetlejuice is looking pretty guilty here.
Yeah, look at his face. Look at him.
The evidence is a little overwhelming.
Are there rules?
The only rules here are the rules I make, buddy.
Like, what do I do? I actually don't understand. Do I just sit here and talk?
That's right.
With the deck of cards, and I present them?
Yes. You must use your cards to either disprove my own or back up your case.
What is this?
Pointing? How do you do that?
I don't know. I don't have these
Your Honor,
cards
I would
that
like to
give
produce another piece of evidence against the defendant.
Yes. Let me... Please, go ahead. Present your evidence.
I was going to use this as the smoking gun, but since I'm clearly winning, I would like to end this case with the lost shoe of the defendant, which was left at the scene of the crime. And as you can see, he's clearly missing said shoe on his foot currently.
He has no shoes, Your Honor. He actually does not wear shoes.
Wear socks. We always possess shoes.
He doesn't wear shoes, Your Honor. Wear socks. We don't wear shoes.
To be fair, he does not have any feet.
Well, how would you explain this shoe that belongs to him?
You can't just pick up a shoe and say it's his shoe.
Can we confirm that this is his shoe?
It is a piece of evidence, Your Honor.
It's a piece of evidence doesn't mean you can confirm it's his shoe. He has no feet.
Look,
he has no feet,
I'm not
Your Honor.
Sit here
How is he going to confirm it's his shoe? There's no feet.
I mean, the defense has failed to produce anything worthwhile for this case.
Your case is circumstantial at best. How do we know this ring is an item of the diddling lady sock, the sock that was diddled?
Well, he stole it. He stole it from Miss
Lady. What is this medical file that you present?
This medical file clearly says that it's not good. His DNA is all over her scene.
There's no evidence in this medical file of saying that there's anything to be done. How do we know when was this medical file produced? How long after the crime and what date? None of this has been presented, Your Honor. We don't know the date that this took place. We don't know when this evidence was collected, or the chain of custody. We don't know what exactly that medical file says, other than that it's not very good according to your own prosecution. The prosecution started this entire trial off by saying that my client is innocent of these charges, but he's required by the state to prosecute him anyway. This is a heinous failure of justice, Your Honor. An absolute heinous failure of justice.
Well, please prove me wrong and provide evidence.
Your Honor, the case that the prosecution has submitted to you today has nothing tying my client to the location or the crime. Your Honor, my
Please
client
present
There's
evidence,
4 items that I have
client-
used that connect him to the
My
scene of the crime.
client has not have any evidence of him taking us to the subway. He has his own vehicle that he was having service. There's no evidence tying the subway ticket to my
The
client
subway
whatsoever.
ticket is very clearly his.
Do you want to know my notes? Do you want to know the case that I have right now that I built? Let's read them. Beetlejuice bought a subway ticket because his car was in the shop. He broke in and assaulted the victim. He stole from them, and then while getting away, he lost a shoe in the escape. That is my story so far of the evidence I have gathered.
Your Honor, first of all, my client has no shoes. So how is there a shoe building to this narrative when my client does not have any legs whatsoever? In fact, Your
I'm
Honor,
just telling
not
you.
a single person, not a single person.
I am just telling you the story that I have.
Your Honor, you are supposed to be an impartial party. I'm telling you, clear
I am
refutation
being
of the
very
evidence you say.
impartial. You have no evidence supporting your cause. You have a flat
In
tire.
fact,
Please
your
present
one
something.
piece of evidence proves me right. I'm just going to throw that out there.
What evidence? What evidence proves you right?
Your flat tire. Your flat
did
tire
not.
proves
There's
that the
nothing
defendant
proving
used the
My
subway
client
to
took
get
the
to Mrs.
subway.
Sock's house.
Let's call the witness to the stand.
Oh shit, you can call the witness? What does he have to say? Oh, this guy.
Uh-huh. Prosecutor, do you want to speak for your witness? It seems he is a little bit of cat got his tongue.
Oh, what? Why, yes. I would. Oh shit, my computer screen went black. 1 second, Your Honor. Please forgive me. I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
Okay, it's fixed. It's fixed.
It's all right. You lost your turn.
All right.
Let's call the Oh wait, that was the detective. This is the witness. Actually,
This is the witness. I saw him enter the house.
What? Your Honor, the prosecutor
And
is
he
clearly
left
mimicking
without
the
a
witness's
shoe.
voice. It's a sad clown. How does this even correlate to the case of diddling? It's a
Actually, I think
sad
the witness
clown, Your
belongs to
Honor.
Jake. It is red.
okay.
So, I think the detective's mine. Or no. Jake is blue. I'm red. So the clown is mine.
Your Honor, I'd like to throw
Yeah,
it
you-
to the chat.
Yeah,
and
so
chat
I
clearly
clearly
has
saw
a
the guy
opinion here.
leave the house
Please let the witness
without a
speak.
shoe, and
Go on.
he was headed towards the subway station.
Wait. So he went to the house, left, lost his shoe, and then that's when he got in the subway. I thought we established he went to the subway before he got to the house.
Well,
to
he
get there.
probably just took 2 subways.
But we only have 1 ticket, so.
That doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Okay, thank you, witness.
Well, you're
Let's
welcome,
call-
Your Honor.
Let's call the detective up.
Your Honor, I have a question.
Yes, go.
I still have not received adequate information of what this medical file contains.
His DNA was found, well, without getting into detail, within Mrs. Sock.
Your Honor,
Please go ahead.
as unfortunately I did not, at my client's wishes, wish to bring this into evidence. However, if you would pass me the ability to submit evidence to the court.
Yes, please.
Your Honor, supposedly, this man claims that my client's DNA was found inside of the victim.
That is what he said.
If you read further in the medical file, you will see suffers from rare condition, as a socks are known to have that. They have a once and they're done, so to say. They do not have the ability to provide more than 1 sample, if you will, per day. We all know this to be true with
Are you
socks.
telling me that you're...
Your Honor,
Your client here is sterile.
I'd like to present evidence the sticky page book, Your Honor. My client, in his depression, was home all evening, unable to afford the repairs for his car, and deposited all of his DNA into this book, Your Honor. There is no possibility.
Oh, this book has a timestamp?
Combined with, though you throw out the business card, but his vehicle in service, he spent his evening home alone with his book, creating what we now have into evidence, Your Honor. In fact, my client did traverse near the subway, and that is what the detective here has found, but he was never seen entering the subway, nor utilizing the subway by any one person. The ticket has no connection or name to anybody. It's just a punched ticket for the subway. Your Honor, we've all used the subway. When do you have a name associated to your ticket that you get? We don't, Your Honor. This is just a subway ticket.
It seems like maybe... Okay, I'm getting a different story here. That was good evidence. Thank you, defendant. Let us pass the torch back to the prosecutor here. I see that there is one more piece of evidence left. Do you want to tie that in here?
Yes. Although... Okay, here. As we all are aware, there's a violent epidemic of diddling these days.
Oh, yes. We did have a lot of cases.
And I think that this is simply a copycat of the same instances. Not to be confused with Mr. Buttersworth, the previous diddler.
Okay.
I don't understand. What did he say?
You know, diddling is a violent epidemic these days.
Yeah, I mean, we all know this is a violent, heinous crime that he's been accused of, but that's not evidence.
That's right.
Your Honor, he just said that there is a situation
it's happening
that
very
exists.
frequently.
Your Honor, war is a violent epidemic. However, no one in this courtroom is guilty of conducting a war just because the condition exists, Your Honor. That doesn't simply make any sense, nor is it applicable evidence.
I will say, I do think this evidence is irrelevant just due to the fact that we are kind of profiling the client right now. Just due to a violent epidemic that doesn't necessarily mean... All right. Please go ahead, defendant.
As my final piece of evidence I'd like to submit to the court, I would like to submit that my client, on the day of the crime, had eaten something suspicious. He had gone home to further build this narrative that he has been home this entire time at the time of the crime. When he was done with his, as my client describes it, tummy hurty, he utilized his book to finish his evening off after fighting for his life in the halls of the bathroom, making a humongous mess. You'll see, Your Honor, in this packet of evidence that there has been a receipt for the food that he ate on the date and time. And the 60-page book is to comply with...
I do not see any receipt.
Your Honor. Ignore the receipt then if you don't wish to see it. However, at the end of the night, I've built a timeline from while my client started his day with a broken vehicle that he needed to get serviced, how my client traveled on foot after his vehicle was in service, seen near the subway but never entering, and how my client got a bite to eat that day. And that day, it did not agree with him, and he went home, and his evening was spent fighting for his life and depositing a sample into a book.
So, did the toilet run come before or after the book?
That is well before the book, Your Honor. Okay.
And was that after the subway or before the subway?
Which part, Your Honor?
The eating suspicious food and the tummy aches.
The day started, Your Honor, with a flat tire. He had to get his car to the mechanic shop.
Yep.
He then had no vehicle, of course, traveled on foot. He got a bite to eat while he was downtown, waiting for his vehicle to be fixed, but it did not agree with him. He went home, crapped his ever-loving brains out, and finished his night with a sad wink.
Understood. Let's see here. Okay. Last round here before I make my verdict. Defense, any final statements that you would like?
So
Thank
I
you
would
for
like to
joining us today.
suggest that perhaps the sticky page book is a result of eating something suspicious. Well, and as a final statement, I would like to suggest that Mr. Beetlejuice here went through the subway, as noted by his subway ticket, to Mrs. Sock's home, where he then diddled her and stole the ring. And then lost his shoe, as mentioned by Sad Clown.
Okay.
And I will rest my case and let the verdict come.
Your Honor,
I'm still
final
confused,
remarks from the defense.
On the timeline of events here, because our witness stated that they bought a subway ticket after the client went to the house, but you said he bought it to get to the house.
Your Honor, if I could correct you there, the witness did not state that he bought a subway ticket, only that he had headed towards the subway after his vile act.
Got you.
Whose witness was this? My witness? My witness did not say that.
My witness. You have the detective,
No,
which we
you
haven't
have the
heard speak,
detective.
actually.
The detective was there to corroborate my story.
Okay. Prosecutor, please, any final statements?
Yes, Your Honor. The defense, the prosecution here has built a abhorrent case against my client, ruining the livelihood of a good, hardworking class man in this country. Your Honor, the prosecution cannot even keep their own timeline of events in line, nor able to clearly and concisely communicate that to the court.
False.
And, Your Honor, there's no objections when doing closing remarks.
That is true.
Your Honor, the prosecution likes to play loose with the facts, stating that my client went to the Lady Sock's home. But how does he know Lady Sock? As you know, Your Honor, there needs to be not only a reason, but intent. There needs to be a connection, a relationship. Was this a random person on the street? None of these details have been answered by the prosecution of why my client would have any correlation with Lady Sock. How did he get into her home? We say that he just waltzed in there. How do we know that there's no sign of a break-in, that there was a struggle? Lady Sock is clearly okay. She was merely diddled in her home, but no harm has come to her. How does he know her, Your Honor? No name on the subway ticket, yet the prosecution presents the subway ticket as pure and clear, irrefutable evidence, though we know how subway tickets work, Your Honor, though he may not because he's never ridden on a subway. There's no name on a subway ticket. Your Honor, the police could have taken any subway ticket. There's no surrounding evidence tying this subway ticket to my client. Again, Your Honor, the timeline is unclear.
However, so.
The prosecution likes to throw out these thoughts, these theories that the sticky page book could be a result of his unpleasant tummy. Your Honor, I don't know about you, but if I crapped in a book, the pages would not be sticky, Your Honor. This man
they would be soggy.
Clearly confused poop and nut. That alone is grounds to have this case thrown out. I would remind the court that the prosecution opened his opening statement with "my client is innocent," and yet he stands here with this weak case he's built against him, trying to say he is guilty, Your Honor, throwing together this hodgepodge of evidence. Your Honor, the defense would ask that my client is released from these charges. I rest.
I just want to clarify a few pieces of evidence here, just for my understanding. Do we know what was the actual substance in the sticky book? Can we confirm that was his splooge in there?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what did he eat? It says something suspicious. What was it that he ate? Do we know this information?
Your Honor, he went to a sandwich shop, a hoagie shop, excuse my language, and the meat, unfortunately, had been unrefrigerated for an extended period of time, unbeknownst to the customers. We know how that goes.
Okay. And this inherited ring, do we know that this was actually Lady Sock's ring? And who was it inherited from?
Her great-grandmother, milord.
What size was the lost shoe?
7, milord.
Size 7.
But as stated, we do not have feet, so shoes are more of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Novelty item, and more for collectors.
And then this subway ticket. This is a key piece of evidence here. Do we know where this subway ticket was purchased?
Your Honor, I think that alone should be your answer.
I do
Honor,
not
that
know
alone
where it's purchased.
should be your
However,
answer.
the subway ticket does place Mr. Beetlejuice here in the town of where Miss Sock lives.
That is true, but usually in big cities there's about 40 subways.
God. I mean street. Yeah, totally.
Why would they need to purchase a subway ticket if it was on the same street as the client or the victim?
Oh no, that's where it spit him out. I have no idea where it was purchased.
Oh, okay, so the the client got off at the station on Lady Sock Street.
That's right. As seen.
That's where he got his subway ticket. That makes no sense, Your Honor.
I don't know how that's relevant.
Sustained.
Your Honor.
And
Your
what
Honor,
is exactly in this medical file?
It's got Mr. Beetlejuice's DNA. Miss Sock has clearly been diddled. I think you'll find that my evidence supports myself, and even some of his evidence supports me as well.
DNA is a tricky one. Do we know that this is in fact his DNA? Was he DNA tested?
Your Honor, I would like to present to the court that, as we all know, there is only about 15 types of DNA that socks can have as material. And DNA,
15.
though in the human world is, how we know, unique, DNA in the sock world is not so precise.
Okay. I think I have a story here. And I think I figured out the series of events. One of you is not going to be happy with the results, but that is just the court of law.
So be it.
I am doing what I think is right. So I do think the client did purchase a subway ticket, and I do think his car did break down. And I think his car breaking down was the result of him purchasing the subway ticket. Now, he did have a business card. I did mark that as irrelevant because it doesn't give any concrete evidence, but it does prove that he did go to the mechanic shop. So we can indefinitely confirm that he was there. So he did buy a subway ticket. We don't know where he got on the subway and where he purchased it. But we do know that he got off on the same street as Lady Sock. Now, he did possess an inherited ring that was Lady Sock's ring. How he got that ring? I don't know. But we can confirm it was hers. We did find a lost shoe, but we cannot confirm that shoe was his, as we are socks. I don't know why a shoe would even be found on the scene. Maybe it was a decorative piece. Maybe it was a shoe that was used as a weapon, or it got tossed around in a scuffle. But that is irrelevant because we cannot confirm that. the sticky page book. Now, we do say that there is DNA found in Lady Sock. But why would there also be DNA in the sticky page book? I can't think on why a reason that would be. And then we got the stare in the subway, which our defense said that the client did not use the subway. And while he was walking back, he ate something suspicious, which gave him diarrhea. So I think the client did go to the car shop. He did purchase a subway ticket. He had intentions on visiting Lady Sock's house. He didn't get on the subway station because the systems were down. While he was coming home from the subway station, maybe he was walking towards Lady Sock's house. He got something to eat. He got some diarrhea. I think that maybe our client here found the ring on the same street as Lady Sock and just kept it. And then he went home, and he was still bricked up from the fact that he was going to assault Mrs. Lady Sock. So he rubbed one out into a book, then crapped his brains out after. So I will have to say, our client here, not guilty.
Hoo-yah, you made the right choice, Your Honor. Forced unreceived, punchable face. Beetlejuice is innocent, acquitted.
I can't prove for a fact.
That was fucking insane. Chat, that was ridiculous.
Join my game again.
Okay.
I want you to be the judge now and have me and Jake go at it. You want to be prosecutor or defense, Jake? Oh, you can be defense because I was Prudicat. You did pretty good, Jay. You did pretty good.
Which Jake?
I mean, we all know you were going to do good. This is like your thing. Bro never backs out from a fight.
Don't understand.
I'd like to note that Jake got 12 minutes of speaking while I had 4.
Oh, I can use Twitch jurors?
Oh, that's kind of funny.
Feature connecting to Twitch. Just start a poll in chat and let viewers. How do I do it? Oh, hold on. I'll be right back. Oh, need to do this. Hold on, chat. Boys, hold on. I think I gotta get this. I gotta get this link, and I gotta host. I think that'd be kind of cool.
You have to host it?
Yeah, I have to host it and I have to get my account
Gotcha.
authenticated. Let me get this going. Let me get this going here. The game is taking a while to quit. Why is the game not quitting? The socks. The socks must quit.
Even Doban was believing Jake's case.
Yeah, because I'm him. Jake
You know what it is? No,
evidence
me
was
and Jake
dog
were
shit.
just talking about it. You're just an S tier gaslighter. That's all you did. You just gaslit me that entire time, and I did not realize it. I feel so stupid now.
What do you mean I gaslit you?
You gaslit me.
What do you mean? Why is this
Unbelievable.
game not shutting down?
Control
There we
delete.
go. Let me see. It's not even showing up in the task manager. That's what was weird. All right. I got to relaunch. S tier gaslighter. Why is it not working? I don't know if it's working. I don't understand. It says I can't do it in Mozilla Firefox, but that's where the link launches. Let's make this my default. How do I get this to work? How do I set it? How do I change my default browser?
Yeah, I got mine to work. I got it to work on Chrome.
Yeah, I don't know. Authentication status. What the fuck?
Maybe try using capitals.
Well, no, it just, how do I get, I need to change my default browser because Mozilla won't work. I
Oh.
don't remember how to change your default browser.
To change on navigate to settings, apps, default apps.
Set to default. So now it should launch here. There we go. So now, then let's do this. Okay, new verification code. Let's see if that worked. Localhost refused. It's not working. Why is it not working?
We get food.
Why? Why?
Those beans.
Try relaunching your game again.
I gotta touch them.
It's not working.
Toe beans.
Your beans.
Successfully authenticated Twitch account.
Beans.
Yours.
Okay,
it says it's got it. Let's do a host. Try joining my game. I don't know how to get it to work.
You are offline.
On Steam?
Yeah.
Oh, weird. There you go. I don't think it's working. Is it working? It says status connected. Where is... It's not working. How do I get it to work? It's not working. Oh, sound's gonna start looping. I don't know. It takes me here.
We can do custom cards too. That's kind of fun. I think you have to build a whole deck, but
I wonder if my VPN is fucking with it.